Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team.
What up, baby? It's your boy Raider Will with the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, and I am here with my boy Allin from TBH Dallas.
What's happening?
What's good, baby? Yo, hey Raider Nation, we are here today to bring you guys the Cincinnati games recap. Hey, in this game, Smoking Joe Burrow came out and absolutely decimated the Raiders defense, guys. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. They came in and just gave us a thorough ass whooping. Our offense was pathetic and non-existent, and our defense just couldn't hold it. There's no ifs, ands to it, and just because of that, guess what? We give the boot to Luke Getsy! Yay!
Finally.
Yes, sir. Hey, nobody wants anybody to get fired, but guys, we all know that this has been a rough one. Now, Getsy gets fired. Quarterback's coach gets fired. Offensive line coach gets fired. All in.
Yeah.
Everybody's out the door, right? Offensively. We bring in Scott Turner, who was considered one of the young guns, a guy that is, hey, you know what? Something special, maybe. You never know what you got, right? So we said you bring in a young guy that has potential, and he's that type of guy.
Yeah.
Then you bring him Philbin, who's an offensive line, or he's going to coach our offensive line, and then you bring in his Norv Turner. Talk about a blast from the past for the Raiders.
Pulled him off the couch.
Man, hey, help him out with play calling. Give him somebody to rely on.
Yeah, 100%.
All in. Give me your thoughts, baby.
Man, it had to happen, right? We couldn't go through another week. You know, AP's job's on the line too, in my opinion. And somebody's head was going to have to roll the way we've been playing. And they weren't going to, they're not going to fire AP. So at this point. So, yeah, finally Getsy was gone, man. Quarterback's been a problem. Line's been a problem. Play calling's been a problem. Let's eliminate those three guys and see what we can do. Scott Turner's got experience, right? He was the OC in Washington before coming to us for, 3 or 4 years? 4 years, I believe.
Yep.
Had Alex Smith at QB, Taylor Heineke, and whoever else they had. Never really had an offense there. Had some weapons. We'll see what happens, man. I mean, I don't think anybody knows really what to expect. We pulled Norv Turner off the couch after 4 years, 5 years. 2019 was his last year in the league. So, man, got to be hopeful. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to go back and watch to see what kind of offense he ran out there in DC. But yeah, hell, we might get under center.
Hey, look, man. Again, hey, man, I feel bad because a guy got fired and nobody wishes on other people to get fired, right?
But you got to perform. We all do when we go to work.
Exactly. When we brought in Getsy, everybody was like, hey, first of all, everybody keeps saying this was AP's guy. Let's be real.
He wasn't.
He wasn't AP's guy. The guy that they brought in was Kingsbury. They had a verbal agreement, and Kingsbury then backed out, went with Washington because they knew, hey, I'm going to get my guy there. Right? So Then we come back and we said, hey, you know what? We're going to get Getsy because he had a great game plan against the Raiders.
And
That's
really, let's be
literally
honest, he was all that was left. Like there
exactly.
wasn't there. I mean, we waited and hired AP. Right? That didn't transpire quick. We waited a while for a GM. Like we were late in all the processes, man. We didn't get a quarterback. I mean, just offensively, we've lacked from the top down.
Absolutely. And I mean, like we said it all season long, man. Hey, if you fire Getsy, who are you going to bring in? Who are you
Yep.
going to bring on the staff that is young, that you feel like can give an opportunity to, that can show you something, aka Ben Johnson, right? A guy
Yeah.
that needed an opportunity to show. And you know what? I know a lot of people are going to say, they're going to say, hold on, guys. I had to turn off my phone. Hey, this guy already had an opportunity. This guy already had this. Guys, it doesn't mean that as a coach you stop improving. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
that you
Bill
don't have an
Belichick had
added unit.
opportunities before the Patriots.
Exactly. So when I look at that and I said, man, you know what? Getsy, you got your opportunity. You had it. We know what he is, right? Boom,
Yep.
he's out the door. We clean the door. We clean house. And I said, man, we gave a young guy an opportunity. Out of all the possibilities, we gave a young guy within our staff an opportunity, and we are giving him support with older coaches.
Yeah. Hell,
Could
with the
be a
guy,
difference.
obviously he's, a guy who's closer to nobody, his dad, like where he learned how to be an OC from.
And then everybody goes back to, and this is what I'm going to tell you. When you look at Norv Turner's career as a Raiders coach, yeah, the numbers are not impressive, but that's as a head coach, guys. As a
Yeah, as a
head
head
coach,
coach overall.
exactly, is a totally different beast than when you're just playing OC.
Mm-hmm.
When you're just being the
Absolutely.
OC, hey,
That's all
man,
you got
you're
to
not
worry about.
worried about the whole game flow. You're not worried about, hey, what's the defense going to do or this or that, or you're not. It's a totally different thing. So I think Norv Turner coming back, giving his son that guy that they can rely on, and Joe Philbin, again, being on that O line, being a supportive guy, bro, that's crucial.
Yeah,
That's
for
crucial.
sure. He's got a
Now,
ton of experience. And fucking Norv Turner hasn't been our dude, it's been 20 years since he was in the building. He was our head coach in 04 and 05. And I
yeah,
believe he got fired. I believe Al fired him.
Al fired everyone.
No, I'm sorry. He was our offensive coordinator back then. He was never our head coach, was he?
Let me see.
I'm looking. I got it pulled up right now. Let's see. OC, receiver OC, head coach of the Chargers, OC, Raiders OC, 0405, head coach of San Francisco, Chargers head coach, Browns coordinator. No, he was never our head coach. He was our offense coordinator
So
way
he was
back
our
when.
offensive coordinator. Okay,
In
in those
04
2
and
years.
05, those were terrible teams.
Okay, so look up the. Can you look up the numbers that we had in 04 and 05 offensively? Because
Yeah.
you know that those 2 years we didn't have a defense. Or was that the year that we had Kurt Morrison?
Man, fuck, that's been so long ago, bro. I fucking barely remember yesterday. We were 5-10. Was he the interim?
I believe so.
Under new head coach, the Raiders finished 5-11. Why are they not listing that on the old interwebs as him being the head coach?
No idea, my friend.
That's interesting. Okay, so he was the head coach. So my bad, because so in 2004 he was the head coach. He went 5-11, and the offense. I'm trying to look. Sorry. If I'm reading this right, man, we were 17th in yards on offense Shit, and on defense, we were 30th in yards given up. I'm trying to find. Yeah, Kerry Collins, Rich Gannon were our quarterbacks back then, but Gannon was hurt, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so he was the head coach. That's listed wrong on the other pay. Let's see. We were 18th out of 32 in points scored.
So we were middle of the pack offensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, man. I'd have to
All right.
I mean, we ran for looks like 1,300 yards, passed for 38, 58, 24 touchdowns, 22 picks. Nothing to write home about, man. I mean, but, you know, we didn't have a very good team back then.
No. We didn't have a very good defensive team.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Hey, remember Ronald Curry? And Norv Turner was the coach in 05 as well. He went 4-12 that year. Points scored, we dropped to 23rd out of 32.
We had 591 attempts for 3,883 yards. We had 361 rushing attempts for 1,369 passing yards. So let's see here.
Did you know who our defensive coordinator was back then?
Who was that?
Rob Ryan. It's right. And Jimmy Rave was the offensive coordinator.
Oh.
That was a young Rob Ryan, man. So he's back on the staff. You know, he's been on our staff for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Kerry Collins and old Tui were our quarterbacks back then. Collins, obviously, the starter. Yeah, that's back when we had Randy Moss, Jerry Porter. We had some weapons, man. Lamont Jordan, Zach Crockett.
Man, you're bringing back some names right there when you said Zach Crockett.
Here's one. Justin Fargas.
Farmer? Oh, Fargas? The running back?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So I mean, they had a team, man. They didn't, you know, like you said though, the defense was terrible.
All right, so let's get back on topic, man. Norv Turner coming back, right? Obviously, hey, we saw that his teams were middle of the pack, but right now we're bottom of the barrel. We are bottom of the barrel. So, hey,
one place to go is up.
Only place to go is up. Okay, so let's talk a little bit, right? We say, hey, right now we're in the 6th position for the draft. All in. We've been talking about it. Hey, with this being in the 6th position in the draft right now, we got Norv Turner in. We got Scott Turner, Norv Turner. We do a whole offensive change.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. How nervous does this make you if we start going in a positive trend direction to be able to draft a quarterback in the 1st round, because everybody's going to be asking for one next year?
There's 6 teams right now that I can name that are going to be in the quarterback market.
Okay. So now, if we're talking about that, okay, as Raiders fans, nobody wants their team to lose. And I'm telling you right now, all these guys coming out saying, oh, we need to tank. Shador Sanders is the answer. Cam Ward is the answer. This guy is the answer. Bullshit. You know who the answer is. If you knew who the answer was, you'd be a fucking GM in the NFL right now.
Yep.
I can't literally say that there's one guy that, hey, is going to make a game change, or he's going to be a franchise guy guaranteed. That's what they said about Jamarcus Russell, and guess what? Sucked.
Yeah, I mean, these guys got such a low percentage of making it. I mean, you know, all we can do is go off of what they've done in college at the end of the day. You know, it's the right fit. It's the right play caller. It's developing these guys, man. I mean, Is Mahomes without Andy Reid, and what Andy Reid does with that offense? Nobody will know.
No, he's not.
You know,
And that's the fact. I'd be like, you're listing a fact right there. Good coaches that are able to develop players are what good teams are built upon.
Yep.
Got like, let's not like fake the funk and say, hey man, all these teams all of a sudden just because they draft good players are going to be good.
Right.
We draft
I
good
mean,
players every year.
let me ask you this. I mean, say the Ziegler, say Ziegler doesn't get shot down, right? So is CJ Stroud the same quarterback in Vegas under McDaniels that he is in Houston? Hell no.
Oh man, that's you're absolutely correct. There we go. We got our boy Matty B in the
What
motherfucking
up?
hizzy. Let's go.
What's up, fam?
What up, baby? All right, Matty B. So here we are. We're in topic 2 right now. All right. So we're talking, Raiders right now are currently 6th. We're talking with All In. We just changed our offensive staff, right?
Mhm.
A lot of Raiders fans right now are talking that we need to tank, that we can't get no wins, that Shador Sanders and Cam Ward are the only answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your thing? What happens if we start winning? If this changes our offense, if we start winning, what do you see happening? What do you see us doing? And I mean, like, what's the thing here, man? I mean, like, as a Raiders fan, I hate when my team loses. I can't sit here and say I want my team to lose because it's a better thing. I'm like, losing sucks. I mean, like, it's just like Max said, losing sucks. So what's your solution, man? I mean, like, if we stay at the 6th position mid round, we're gonna be in kind of the same spot where we'll be this year, or where we were at this year. So I mean, like, if you see, how do you see this playing out? I'll be like, hey, do you see us, excelling, or do you get? What do you see, man? What's your call here?
Man, so if we keep winning the way we're like, we come out of the bye, we start winning, offense changes for some odd reason. People start clicking, whatever. Um, I still say we're gonna go after a quarterback in the draft. Like, we're not gonna stand pat and go with fucking Garner Minshew in the next year and fucking Aiden O'Connell and have the same mistakes we have this year. We're definitely going after somebody. Even if that means getting rid of, one of those 2 dudes, maybe even both of them in the off season, using them as trade bait. We may not only get a 5th or a 6th round for them, but it's a little bit of something, not something. I definitely see us going after a quarterback no matter what. I want to see us win, like, I don't want to see us lose. So, I don't think any team in the NFL necessarily tanks on purpose. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't believe that teams that get paid as much as they do fucking tank for real, just to get a draft pick, because I don't really think one person is going to solve most problems for most teams. So I don't see a lot of people just tanking. I do want to see us continue to win and get better. We got a lot of good people.
Start to win first.
Yeah, exactly. We got to start to win first. So, I mean, we start winning, we have a lot of good pieces, man. So, I mean, people are saying rebuild, all this shit. I don't think it's a full rebuild mode. I think I've already explained that once a couple episodes ago. But, yeah, I think we're still going to go after a quarterback. It may take us a little bit more if we're a little further up in the draft board than 6th. But, yeah, I definitely see us going after somebody, even if it ain't somebody like Shador Sanders. I think he's going to fight his way to the Raiders, honestly. I think, honestly, he's going to try to fight his way to the Raiders. He's going to hold out. If somebody does draft him, we're going to see another Eli Manning, fucking Phillip Rivers shit, John Elway fucking shit like that.
Saying that for months.
Oh, man.
So,
hey,
I could definitely see some shit like that, and I can definitely see him trying to fight his way, or if he doesn't get what he wants, he'll stay in college. He's already came out and said that, so.
Well, here's the thing is that I believe if you don't hire an agent, you have that option. The minute you hire an agent, you're ineligible. But if
Correct.
you don't hire an agent, which in his situation, why would he need to? He's got his
Right.
dad. I agree with that. I've been saying that for months, man. I think that'll be our next quarterback. Did you all see that somebody put 2 and 2 together, and after every game we've lost this season, he fucking tweets, "Thank God."
Yeah. I've seen that. I seen that this morning. I kind of laughed at that. This first thing this morning when I seen that, I got a chuckle out of that one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, man. Again, we're talking like, yo, he might just be putting that out there, and we
Yeah,
don't know
100%.
why he's putting it out. But as Raider Nation, we're looking for a sign from fucking Jesus right now, man.
Shit, no,
Just to
I
have
don't
some
even think
positivity in our
I
life.
don't even think
We're like
Raider
sitting
Nation's
there,
the one
we
that
look
found
at our
that.
team and we're like, man, like we're pulling at strings. So I will tell you guys this much. Now that we're on the Shador Sanders, we're talking about guys that we want to draft and guys like that. I'm with Matt. I'm with you all in as well. I believe that we are going to make a run at a QB in this draft. For me, though, I can't sit here and say that we're going to be a better position as a team, okay, in general, as a team, if we draft in the first 3 picks. Okay. The reason I say this is because even though we draft a quarterback, we have veterans on the team. We have guys that want to win right now, that they can't wait on a future QB to come in there and develop and grow. You guys know how it is, man. The NFL is a short-term thing. You're in there. I mean, most guys are only in the league for a couple years. If you make it to age 30, yo, you're an old timer. You ain't got that much time left. That's where I'm concerned. Okay. That's where I'm concerned with this whole tanking concept, this whole bullshit that we're trying to bring in and say, hey, man, we got to tank to get a number 1, 2, or 3 draft pick. That's where I struggle with it,
Hey,
guys.
did the Chiefs, when they got Patrick Mahomes and moved up, they weren't fucking within the top 5 to get him. They had to move up from like fucking, what was it, like the 20s or 30s?
Mahomes,
You know what I mean?
Mahomes fell big time. No,
Well, I mean, he fell, but I mean, they still moved up quite a bit to get him. They still paid a good price to get it, to
But
move
he
up to
wasn't
get him.
he wasn't even a top
They
5
weren't the
pick.
top. Yeah.
Well,
But I
he was
mean,
12 or
they weren't up in those
13.
areas either. They just.
I'm with Matt. I don't feel like we have to be a top 5 pick to get a top 5 guy.
It all depends, man, on how it falls and who's ahead of us.
But no,
A lot of people thought that this year, and we were the last man standing with no quarterback.
But did we get a top 5 guy?
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying we got a want and not a need. But we're at the point now where it's not a top 5 guy. It's got to be a top 3 quarterback, 4 quarterback, in my opinion. And in my opinion, after Cam Ward and Shador Sanders, it just falls off.
Yeah, I don't think there's very many good quarterbacks coming into this draft this year.
I'm telling you, though, we would basically have to lose out every single game, and I just don't see us losing out every single game.
No,
I don't see us intentionally doing that, right? Like tanking would be a hard thing in the NFL. There's a lot of moving pieces to that, right? You got not only 53 players, now you got the coaching staff, the training staff. I mean, fuck, that ain't just something unless that's just between the owner and the head coach. And
so my thing with tanking is, do you think these players like Max Crosby, that put their all in every single day on practice and game days, come in and are like, yeah, let's just go ahead and tank, get a top 5?
No, 100% not.
Those dudes would all be like, man, I'm out of here. That's why I have a hard time believing in NFL teams tanking.
I said it earlier in the week, and I may have put it in our group chat. I don't think we tank intentionally. I think we're that bad.
Exactly. I think we're that bad. I agree with you on that 100%, Allin. I think
And
you're 100%.
I look at the schedule, and
Yeah, it don't get easy.
I see maybe you steal one win somewhere against maybe Jacksonville.
Maybe. Dude, we lost to the shittiest team so far. Jacksonville put a whooping on us right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
if we keep calling the play, we'll see how it goes with Norv Turner in there. There's some calling plays. We'll see how that goes.
could we beat the Saints? Well, Nor's not calling the plays. Scott is.
Oh, I
Scott
know
is.
his son is, but he's in there as an assistant to help him out. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Could we beat the Saints? I don't know. I mean, at this point, man,
I
I
think we
don't.
can beat any team, honestly. I mean, we've proven that this year that we can beat good teams. It's a matter of the play calling, man. Like you said, like how many times have we said it this year? We start running something really good, and then we work away from it. Like, what was the thing this week? They said 4 out of 5 games we have scored on the opening drive.
Yep.
And looked
Yeah,
really
but
good. The second drive we do really good, and then by the third drive we stall out because everything that we've been doing we run away from, and we start doing stupid shit.
I'm not gonna just blame the play calling though. AP said it too. I mean, it's not just
It's a
play
team
calling
thing.
because you're not
Yeah.
executing either. So
Mhm.
let's pump the brakes and not put 100% of blame on Getsy. I'll give him
Absolutely not.
95, but there is absolutely no fucking reason on this goddamn earth you're playing left tackle. This is what, your third or fourth year in the league, and you fucking got completely embarrassed by Hendrickson on the field. I would go home. I would fucking retire and go home because that is just, and that's what I'm talking about. It's that kind of shit on the field that Munford put out at left tackle, and he just got fucking railroaded. I mean, it's not 100% play calling, but it's execution too, man. And we lack it. We through what are we 8 games in? We fucking have been lacking in both
Well, shit. I
departments.
mean, it's
Play
not just
calling.
Mumford though. I mean, you're
I'm
right.
not. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. I'm not saying it's just Mumford. I'm saying
No, I mean, I'm just
execution
talking like,
as a whole.
yeah.
It's play
I
calling.
mean,
It's
even like
execution.
Andreas Pete was doing the same shit out there. So I mean, it's the whole line is just off, dude. Like
It's not
nobody on
just
that
the
line knows
line.
what they're
It
doing.
ain't just the line. It's the receivers, the quarterbacks, the running backs. It's everybody. I'm not putting it on one group, one person. It's everybody. It's play calling, execution, and discipline. We lack all 3 of those.
Hey, I couldn't agree more with you Allin on those 3 parts that you said at the end. But I also can see everything that both of you guys said. Okay. First of all, player execution is absolutely a part of it. If you're watching film, guys, I suggest you guys get the All 22. You will see execution being a big part of it. Guys missing blocks, guys not understanding what to do. But I put a lot of that as well on coaching. If your players do not know what to do, that's not the player's fault. That's the coach's fault for putting the player out there, first of all, that couldn't execute.
100%. But if you know the playbook
Hold
and you're
on.
not executing it, fuck.
Well,
It's on
that's
you as a
where,
player.
hey, this is where I'm going to, like I said, I will blame the player, okay? If they go out there and you just like, hey, you're just getting your ass whooped. You know what to do. You just can't execute. You can't do it. And it's all right that you can't do it. There's a lot of players out there that, hey, they excel in certain parts of their game and they suck in other parts. But Matt and I know one single truth about coaching. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can do. My job as a coach is to make sure that I maximize my players' abilities and put them in the best position to win. Getsy repeatedly failed with play calling, like Allin said, which was also like contributed to our poor offensive performance by players' execution. Fumbles, players not being able to make the right play call, not being in the right position, not doing that. That part of the execution, yes, players are there, but the coaches, Luke Getzey himself, should have been like, bro, you're not performing. Get the fuck out of here. Go sit on the bench. You
Well,
can't
yeah,
do
that's Luke. That's the O line coach. The
it.
fucking. I
Correct.
mean, that's on the whole. The three dudes that got fired.
Right? So when we look at it, it was an all group thing. It's just like you guys said. Man, it just wasn't one piece. It was all these pieces together that led to Luke Getzey getting pushed out the door. So now you bring in these new guys, you bring in this new blood, right? We're going to move on to topic 3. We bring in this new blood. We bring in these coaches. You guys are sitting in the offensive locker room. I'm talking to all world offensive linemen, and I got Matty B, QB, freaking Mr. Sancho ready to go, right? I come into the locker room. Guys, All In, I want you to tell me what I have to do as a coach to get you motivated, to get you fired up, to get you to believe in what we got so this thing can move in a positive direction. Tell me what you need, what you think these coaches need to come in and do in that locker room. I'm going to start with you, and then I'll go to Matty B.
Well, man, I think uh, the real question is going to be how much of the offense are they changing? Right? Like, how are we adapting? What does this deal look like? Because we all know putting an offense in. First of all, the players aren't even in the building this week, so now you're chopping that in half, right? So with a new offensive staff, now you got 3-4 days next week. I mean, it's tough. It's just, so how do you adapt what you currently run to you as a play caller and your system and what you do? Man, as a player, I mean, dude, you're in the NFL. If you got to if somebody's got to motivate you and hype you up to go play on Sunday, fucking, you're in the wrong business, right? You should, I mean, you should be able to get hyped up. But it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt it and adjust and how they use the guys we got, right? Because what we got is what we got.
I know
From the
I
O
got you.
line to the quarterback to the playmakers, what we got is what we got, and I'm excited to see. Uh, but I mean, until they show us something, I got no hope that we're gonna walk out of anywhere with a W.
I got you. Matty B.
Man, I don't like. I agree with Allin. I think if you're a grown ass man and you're playing in the NFL, I don't think any kind of like hype speech is really gonna motivate you. I think getting on the same page with your team and trusting in each other and your coach having your back and you having your coach's back, I think is what really,
Communicating.
yeah, communication and being on the same page is what's going to make that team better. It's not going to be this hoorah fucking, you know, fucking speech that's going to go fucking viral and be in a fucking frame someday fucking because it was the best speech ever given and that's what motivated me to go out there and win this game. Never going to happen, man. I mean, you're not, maybe for a 10-year-old, but not in the NFL. So, like I said, I think I agree with Allin. I think you're gonna have to come in here. Everybody's gonna have to be, if the coaches see something wrong with the player and they see the player doing something wrong, I believe the coaches need to step in and say, hey, you're fucking up. Hold accountability to players that aren't living up to their expectations on the field. So I don't think there's, like I said, I don't think there's any big speech that's gonna go and give anybody any motivation to go out there and win. I think it's a team effort of going out there and executing what is being put in front of you. And we'll see what happens when we have offensive play calling coming out next week.
No, absolutely. And we got our girl, Lady Val, in the house, as you guys can see. Now, she's got a sick kiddo at home, so she's dealing with some stuff, but she was able to jump on a little bit late. Val, right now we're at topic 3. Okay, we just started topic 3, which was your topic, which was saying, hey, as a coach, right? What do you like? You're the player in the locker room, right? You're one of the guys. What do you feel that the new offensive staff has to do in order for you to get some belief in them, to get some oomph for them?
Uh, Well,
Kid, this
obviously
was
you got
your
to get their
topic, girl.
cut. Well, excuse me, Alan.
Dang.
She's
First of all,
holding.
you're coming in with a lot of sass. I got you.
Yeah. Bring it down a notch. Be prepared.
He said your name in all caps.
Yeah.
I am speechless.
All right.
That's new.
So I guess
I'm just kidding, Val.
Oh, whoa. Uh-oh. Here we go.
one more time, buddy, and I'm rolling up the sleeves on the bottoms of these onesies pajamas.
Fuck you gonna
Oh,
do?
man. You got 4 sleeves on those things.
God damn.
It's a onesie. Come on, buddy, and I will. Come on.
I'd feel bad beating up a 3-year-old.
Ah!
It's comfy.
You want to play football?
So
Kids on my team.
Wow. All right,
the
Val.
sleeves are coming down. All right, business. So I guess I would be looking for their trust first, right? Kind of like feeling them a little bit, make sure they're not like shady kind of deal. You know what I mean? And kind of see where it goes from there. If we're making a connection and we're working well together. I mean, obviously, as Alan stated that I did not know, but I do now. Um, you know, see how it goes the rest of the season. If you think that it clicks, it's going to be great. That there's motivation, stick around. I think they just they really need to. I'm here to work together, not dictate and make you guys, you know, there's that highlighter. Um, like be a downfall, just kind of like, hey, let's do this. I know it's been inconsistent. Let's work together. Let's just get this done. Hopefully, you still like me at the end of the season and we can still work together. So, I don't know. It was a really random thought in my head because, as y'all know, I really don't know that much about football, but I know enough. So,
Look, I like the question. So I'm going to hit you guys with this, all right? Because I feel like all of you guys said the same shit. So here's Coach Will, all right? I'm going to hit you
I
guys
didn't hear
with
theirs.
my
My bad.
strategy, as
Yeah,
crazy
you
as
did.
fuck as I am. That I'm like, this is the way I've done it before. So first of all, we're having a private meeting. I'm bringing everybody in. We're going to talk. I'm going to be like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck about the first part of the season, guys. We were not here. We were not together in this. The second part of the season, hey, we got to come out there and we got to show the world what we got, what we are about, baby. If you have some sort of pride, you better fucking show it, because these last games, we're going to try to ball out and we're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to establish ourselves. We're going to give ourselves an identity. We're going to do what we do. I'd look at the playbook. Allin says, hey, man, you're right. We can't switch the whole playbook, but what I can do as a coordinator is come in and say, hey, man, we're really effective at this. We're really good at this. So we're going to keep this. Throw out everything else. Who gives a shit? We can't do it. So if you can't do it, why put it in there? Do what you do well. Another thing that you guys brought up was communication. The first thing I'm doing is saying, hey, what do you like to run? What do you like to do? I'm coming in the offensive line room and I'm going like, what do you want to run? Power? Let's run power. Show me what we can do. Show me that we should run the football. You want to run the football? Show me. I'd go to the quarterback's room. Guys, what is it that you like? What is it that you don't like? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to throw out half the fucking playbook because it's half screens.
I was going to say that just a second ago, but I wanted to let you finish your rant.
Yeah.
And it's all fucking in shotgun.
And everything's out of shotgun. So guess what? If we're going to have an identity, we're going to change stuff up. We want to play real man football where we line up and we beat people up. Hey, baby, let's run it out of freaking 2 backs, 21 personnel. Start shoving it down their throat. And guess what? If we can't run, then we got to figure something else out. We got to go play action. We got to do something else. But man, again, that's where I come into the locker room. I talk to my guys. I get them, let them know that I'm not going to throw them under the bus. That this isn't going to be, hey, no, we're in this together. We got to fight. We got to make sure that we're executing. And I'm going to make sure that the plays that you guys like to run are the plays that we use. And again, this is a two-way street. If I start running all these plays and start doing what you like, I could go, hey, it's just like All In at his job. He goes to his guys and he goes like, hey, man, you're not doing your job. Get the fuck out. I don't need you. Matty B, if you got a guy on your crew that he sucks, are you like, hey, man, hey, you should come back to work tomorrow? You're like, fuck no, get that guy out of here, bro. That guy's a bitch.
Get the fuck out. Yep.
Pretty much. I'll be like, Val, you know shit. You don't deal with no bitches. Get them out.
I'll see Val dealing with any bitches.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, that's where I see it. And I'm like, yo, I really hope the coaching staff comes in, just like you guys said, and gets these guys engaged and brings them in and tells them, hey, man, your stuff is valuable and we want to believe in what you guys do. And I think that would be a great change. But now, guys, let's get to the best part of the show. We got the weekly pick'em. Yo, Val, take over, girl.
So, as you see, they saved the best for last.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Glad you showed up for the pick'ems because I was worried for a minute.
Shoot, man. I was like, I had to get my picks all early. Make sure, because I was about to get a no-go, no-fly zone.
Listen, I would have. I'm just kidding. Somebody was over here saying, no, we don't need to put all the picks in. Just put in for Thursday night. Listen, the only reason why...
You said,
listen,
if we don't jump on, we got to have them in by 10 a.m. tomorrow. You could eat a dick because the games aren't till Sunday.
Said Thursday, and you want to know why I said that? Because we were in a routine.
That would be 10 a.m. tomorrow.
We were. Oh yeah, sorry, my days are off. But we were on a schedule. We were consistent. Everybody gives me your picks on Wednesday. We don't have to. Hey,
everybody except for Gunny.
Hey, who's your picks? Well, Gunny, yeah.
He's on his own schedule.
And actually, to be honest, I did not remind him about the picks, so that might have been my fault too because I forgot. But like, where's everybody at? Where's your picks? You know, we were on a consistent routine, and my routine was broken, and it threw me all whack.
All right.
Anyways, I'm good. So last week we had 2 people tied for first, and that was Alan for the week. It was Alan and Will.
Wait,
11-4.
Let's go. Wait. I tied for first last week?
Yeah, for the week, last week with Alan, 11-4.
Hey, I'm like, real quick. I was writing down my picks Saturday night, right, to send them over. And I looked at my wife, and I said New Orleans or Carolina, and I had been leaning towards Carolina, and she said Carolina, and I changed it at the last minute. God damn it! I should have listened to her.
This is why, yeah,
Don't tell her
exactly.
that.
Listen to your wife, bro.
No, I'm straight up telling her that you should have listened to her. That should be your answer every time.
I already told her.
You should listen to her. She's right.
I said I would have had first all by myself last week if I would have listened to you.
All right.
You
So,
should
who
try
was
more
second place
often.
last week, Val?
There were 3 people tied for second
Okay.
with 10-5.
Dang.
Gunny. What?
Nobody said nothing.
Oh, sorry. So Gunny, myself, and Matt were all tied for second last week with 10-5.
Whose homework did you copy?
Mine. Like, she got the same record. Should have let her change her pick to fucking Houston.
What?
Shoulda.
But being stubborn, let her win one.
Hey, what was Bova's record?
7, 8. Womp womp womp.
Ooh, Bova.
Hey, that's still not that ain't a bad week. Yeah, NFL's weird this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody had a winning record. So
Yeah. So in the long run, listen, Boba was like on top, and now he's like slowing down, you know?
All right.
Okay,
Who do
so
we got?
in the long run, Alan and Matt are tied for first
Hell yeah.
3 weeks of 10
with
plus wins, man. I'm good with that.
64-42. Okay. Second is Will coming in hot, 53-43.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Bova has fell back to third, 62-44.
It's a tight race, isn't it?
Yeah.
You said,
Gunny,
2-game lead.
what'd you say? Me
Gunny
and
has
54-42 is what you said?
64-42.
Dang.
Gunny fell all the way back to 58-48. If he
How
keeps
does
it
he have
up,
less games?
Because
he missed a
remember,
week.
like he didn't do half the picks on 1 week.
Yeah, you take a L those weeks though. The game still counts. You take a L if you didn't pick. That's what we agreed on.
Oh yeah, so they'll just be added to the loss column.
Yeah, they're lost.
Should be this
58-48.
math seems a little off to me, but keep rolling.
I added all of his losses and all of his wins, and he's only 58.
All right.
Oh, and I'm
Where you
lost
at?
51-55.
Hey, look at that. Hey, you're almost shooting 500 there, Val.
I'm catching up to Gunny.
All right. Yo.
Listen, as long as I'm not last, whatever. So,
Hey, 1 week can change a lot. I'm going to tell you right now, in this pick'em, 1 week can change a lot. So,
Well, look at last week, man. Fucking Boba was up fucking first last week, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, now he's
We were
third.
tied for second. Now he's down to third.
Yeah, or fourth or something like
yeah.
that. So, yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yo, Val, let's get it on.
All right. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Alan, who you got?
It's at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
What's the records on those?
Man, 6-3 and 4-5. Man, I think Baltimore probably gets it done at home.
Baltimore?
Yep.
All
I don't
right.
know that
Will, you
Cincinnati
got?
could slow down Derrick Henry.
I got Baltimore. Man, they gotta whoop that ass after Smoking Joe Barrow came in here and whooped our ass. He's gonna get his too.
All right,
That's all I can
Matt.
see.
And I want to go Baltimore, but I don't know, man. I think since he's
It
riding
feels
high
like
off of our win.
I
I
feel
got
like
Cincinnati.
Cincy would win. Yep, me too.
Yeah, I got Cincy in this game.
All right, cool. All right, we've got New York
Told you she was
Giants.
in.
Mm-hmm.
New York Giants at Carolina. Maddie B.
Fuck, that's a shitty game.
I think
Yeah,
the
it's a
Giants
good
are
thing.
gonna win.
It's a good thing it's in Germany, so we don't have to fucking watch it.
It's in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's no home field advantage. So they're both gonna suck ass.
I chose the Giants.
Yeah. Fuck. Can't tell me who you chose. You asked me first.
And
I'm
really,
taking the
we need both them teams to take a win.
right. Yeah, give me the Giants.
See who's clapping who now.
That's because you jumped in front of me. You asked me first, and then you took my answer, and now you're saying that it's your answer. You have to wait your turn. It's like playing poker. You can't just jump in and throw your chips in whenever you feel like it.
Well, guess what?
You have
I
to wait
just
your
jumped
turn.
in whenever I felt like it.
He ain't lying.
Allin, who you got?
Man, yeah, probably the Giants.
Carolina, bitches.
Yeah, they did just win, dude. They beat New Orleans, too.
Hey, they're going to go on a 2-game winning streak, longest winning streak of the season.
New England at Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, I take Chicago.
I take Chi-Town too with Fruity Loops at QB.
Oh, he's
Me
a fucking
four.
fruit pop.
What's that?
He's a fruit
Me
pop.
4.
You 4?
Mm-hmm.
He's taking Chicago.
Buffalo at Colts.
Buffalo at Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Everybody's Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the Colts pulling this off unless Joe Flacco is pulling out some miracles from back in the day, bro.
That or Josh Allen gets hurt. It's the only other way they're going to win that game. Josh Allen's on fucking fire, man.
Jeez.
That dude's thrown one interception all year. Like 17 touchdowns.
Hey, talking about a guy that looks like he's playing Madden in real life.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Denver at KC.
Fuck, man.
Kansas
City. Fucking Denver ain't gonna win, dude.
Yeah.
You never know.
I like it. Come on now, girl. You really expect Denver to win?
They just got their
defense
ass
is good.
handed
Don't
to
get
them
me
by
wrong. Their
fucking
defense is
Baltimore,
good.
man.
But man, like
They just got
KC is
smoked
pulling
by
out some
Baltimore,
shit.
and
They're
they're
playing
fucking
like
worse than
crap
Kansas
in
City,
their
I
fucking
think.
lane. What's up?
And fucking Patty and D-Hop are starting to get hot.
Yeah. KC.
I don't know, because he was sitting there complaining about his ankle, and he looked flustered.
That's the only thing that can derail right now the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know that he looked flustered. I mean, the fucking dude came back in.
I don't even think if he got hurt that's going to even hurt him, man. They got fucking Carson Wentz, dude, and they were fucking talking him up all week last week, man, fucking on TV. About how badass he is and how it's fucking great to have him on the sideline and back up fucking.
He ain't no scrub.
He wasn't shook. He fucking came back in and led him on a fucking game-winning drive.
Mm-hmm.
That dude ain't shook.
Well, I don't think he was shook, but you can tell that he's playing with a lot of discomfort. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that ain't nothing new to him. They all play with discomfort at week 10.
But bro,
the difference between being hurt and being injured.
But Mahomes right now, bro, with his offense struggling, okay, and him having to use more of his mobility, that is where it's like it hurts to be hurt. You know, like, man, their offensive line is bad. I mean, like, honestly, the KC, even though they're undefeated, they have played very poorly.
No, for sure.
You know, so
I still think they got more. I still think they got enough for Denver.
oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just saying. I mean, like, yo, I can see what
all of
y'all are
y'all have
saying.
chose Casey.
Yeah,
Who did you pick?
Denver.
I chose Denver.
Told you. She's gonna win
But
it
yes,
too.
so
Watch.
that's what I mean.
Yo,
He looked flustered.
if Denver wins it, man, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? They had to play a hell of a game. They had to play
It
a hell
won't
of a game.
surprise me because it's a division game. That Denver winning would not be a surprise in my opinion.
No, I'd be like, but I'm like, dude, it's not right now. I think it's more lean towards KC, in my opinion. Just straight up, I'll be like everything, but we'll see what happens. Let's move on.
Atlanta at NOLA.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Who do you got, Val?
I choose Atlanta too. Birdies. Be good, Val. Be good. The Niners at Tampa Bay.
Fuck.
You know what? I'm gonna go with 49ers because I think they're getting Christian McCaffrey back this week.
They are.
And I think he's gonna ball out. I mean, just fucking some reason every time he gets injured and comes back, he balls the fuck out. So
you got an
We'll see.
SF.
yeah, I got the super fags.
Dang it, Matt. Matty B. This is why I told myself, be good. Did you
My
not
bad.
hear me? I was like, be good, Val. Be good.
Sorry.
Because I was gonna be like, who y'all got? Y'all got the faggots or y'all got Tampa Bay? But I was like, be good.
The
And
super
then here
happies.
you come.
Super gays. That means happy.
Super happies.
Alan, who you got?
Probably San Francisco.
Niners.
They got to get rolling if they're gonna fucking save their season.
Yep.
What? All right. Pittsburgh at Washington.
Washington.
Who said Washington?
Me.
I
Fuck,
think
that's gonna be
Pittsburgh.
that's gonna be a pretty good game, honestly. And
No,
that
I
could
think
actually
Russell.
go.
I think Russell Wilson loses it for him.
Oh,
They're
I
in
don't know.
Washington?
I think this is going to be a close game.
Fuck, you know. You know what?
That's why.
I'm gonna
That's
go on
why
a
I
limb.
think Russell Wilson loses it for him.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Pittsburgh on that game. I think after that fucking wild win they had last week, I think fucking Pittsburgh comes in and just kind of beats them. Not that it was
Will?
gonna be like a blowout or anything, but I think they just come in and beat them.
Who had a wild win last week?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, dude. I was fucking impressed by that play.
Are you talking about Washington?
Yeah,
That was
that
2
Hail
weeks
Mary.
ago.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Fuck, I thought that was last week.
Nope.
Fucking days, dude.
I got Pittsburgh. I'm telling you like this. I think TJ Watt will have 3 sacks this game. I just think I think the quarterback's going to try to use a lot of his mobility. And you know what? This no huddle thing that they're doing puts a lot of pressure on the defense, but it puts a lot of pressure on their offensive linemen. I think Steelers' defensive line is going to have a big time game. That's what I
So when
think.
Pittsburgh wins, Alan, you got a barbecue for me.
What?
What?
Listen, he made some bomb ass burgers. Okay, I don't even know what you did, but they were so good. So if Pittsburgh wins, either you give me In-N-Out or you make me a burger.
Jesus.
It was delicious.
Where the fuck did this come from? So
Don't worry about it.
if Washington wins, then what?
She owes you In-N-Out or
Or
homemade burgers. don't know how good her burgers are, but I haven't seen me like cock them up yet. But
They're pretty juicy. Pretty juicy.
yeah, I'm not saying they're bad. I just don't know how good they are.
Well, I've never heard a complaint. I'll buy you In and Out, Alan.
I ain't never heard of anybody eating them either.
What is
Just
going
saying.
You know, I used to grill all the time. Anyways,
on? All right.
Minnesota at Jacksonville. Is that a word?
Minnesota.
At Jags.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
They have fucking wrecked Trevor Lawrence out there in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they gave him too much money.
That ain't got nothing to do with the money.
Contracts.
No, it's got everything to do with the fucking coaching and the way his career started in fucking Jacksonville with Urban Meyer.
Bro, Jacksonville has just been a fucking dumpster fire for fucking years.
That became a fucking franchise.
Not when
He
Mark
ain't that.
Brunell was there, they were good.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a-
right. Mark Brunell and fucking.
Just a few years ago, they were in the
Fred
AFC
Taylor.
Championship game.
Yep. I'd be
Like
like, they've
eight-
had good years, but man,
Right,
it's
beat the
been a
San Diego
dumpster
Chargers,
fire
right?
for
Yeah.
years.
It's been like 8 years, but yeah,
Yeah.
So, Alan, who you got?
Minnesota.
Will?
Minnesota.
Minnesotas?
Minnesota's.
Minnesota.
I buy those.
Land of Minnesota's.
So does my wife.
Who'd you-
trying to watch my
Val, who did
sugar
you pick?
intake, so she buys me Minnesota's.
Just buy zero
Minnesota.
sugar, fool.
Look good in my hands.
Just by what?
They
Just
look
buy
good in my
zero
hands.
sugar sodas.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one. Tennessee at
Who did
Chargers.
you pick, homeboy?
Homegirl,
Me?
I said Minnesota.
You were repeating everybody else's pick, so we don't know. You got to
No,
be clear.
I said
Clear.
All I see is he's been looking at the same spot for like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
pros.
I know. That's why I was like,
Like, I wonder what he's reading. It looks interesting.
This punk ass internet out here.
I was like, is he watching porn?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Debbie Does Dallas. Let's go.
He's zoomed in right now.
right?
Hell yeah.
Zoomed in on the glasses.
Tennessee at Chargers.
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 I hate that fucking team.
I do, but they're starting to gel. They might be scary at the end of the season.
Dude, that team is just going to keep getting better and better and better. I mean, like, our division is getting better every year.
Joke.
They do what but they ain't never had a coach like Harbaugh either.
Dude, that guy's going to take them to a championship game. They might choke in a championship game.
And
but
they're doing what we were supposed to do. Play defense, run the football, and fucking stay disciplined.
Yep.
I got Tennessee. Philly
Ooh.
at
Philly. Don't even finish that, Philly.
they ain't worth it.
You may as well chalk up Philly for everybody. They do. Hey, Dallas got they need a fucking running back, but they got a receiver they traded for.
They might go
That's
right
what they
there.
always do.
Who's had one catch in weeks 6 through 9? He's had one catch for 13 yards.
He has a
pretty good.
career total yards of 594 yards. And they gave up,
And he's been playing for 15 years.
bro, they gave up more than what the other team gave up for DeAndre Hopkins.
That's wild.
Hell yeah. He's the next Michael Irvin.
Fuck.
Damn. All right.
Get him in that cocaine.
Yeah. That's what gets you good. That's what the Raiders need, bro. If you want some fucking pep in your step, that's what they need right there, dude. Some 70s cocaine.
Yeah.
You
The
are
shit
bad
today's got
influence
fentanyl in it.
on
Yeah, we don't want that
Okay,
shit. We got to go
cowboy.
back and get it, come back, have a party, win a Super Bowl.
I was good with just a game to start, but okay.
right, Val. Who do you got?
Bad, 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 bad. Jets at Arizona.
This is actually going to be a good game, I think.
I think Arizona's gonna win. Maddie B, who you think?
Do you know what? I have a feeling if I go against the Jets, they're gonna win for some fucking odd reason. I really want Arizona to win that game, though. But all right, let me hear you guys first. I
I'm
might
gonna
still
go
win.
Arizona.
Huh?
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Alan?
Man, yeah, probably go Arizona too at home. If it was in New York, I'd probably go New York.
All right, yeah, I made up my mind. Give me Arizona.
New York only played a good half of football last week and barely won.
Agreed.
Yeah. I was kind of pissed off, man. I was like, man, should I start Garrett Wilson over fucking Devontae? I should have played both of them, dude.
He had
Fucking
a sick fucking grab.
that fucking that one-handed fucking catch was sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, this
Detroit
next
at
one is the game of the week.
Detroit at Houston.
Detroit is fucking playing out of their minds.
So is that
Yeah,
who
give
you
me
pick?
Detroit.
Alan, you got Detroit.
Yeah, until somebody beats them, you can't really pick against them.
Gotcha. Will?
Man, I'm gonna say it like this. I hope that we have a future like the Detroit Lions did with Dan Campbell and their struggles. Because if we're going through this to get to where they're at, fuck, it's gonna be worth every single pain and agony of this whole season of almost fucking dying like 8 times.
Hey, don't forget Dan Campbell. They went 1-6 to start the season in his first year
I know.
and finished 9-8, I believe.
And that's where I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I hope we see a big time change happen. So I'm gonna go with Detroit, man, and just because I hope that we get some of that same fucking juju.
I
I
like
got
your
Detroit too.
I like your hope, Will.
Hey, man, you never know.
Okay,
Yeah, we
we've
don't have
got
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. All right. Who do we got next?
Miami at LAR. LAR. Ram.
Give me the Rams.
Maddie B.
It's the Rams and who?
Dolphins.
Miami.
Give me Miami.
Miami.
Will. I choose Miami too. That's
All
it.
right. Well, shoot, guys. Hey, we're down to the end of the show. I want to thank everybody for
Well,
coming on. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and share. Hey, make sure you guys hit us up on all social media platforms. We're the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Hey, from my crew to your family, yo, thank
you
you
not
guys
see
for
me?
clicking in. What's up? Huh?
Do you see me?
Yeah.
I was raising my hand.
He's
Yeah,
talking
what's
to
up?
you right now.
Oh, I was gonna say, y'all Cowboy fans are so unloyal. Man, y'all really are like roaches.
All right.
And let me
Yo,
just say this. I have never heard my coworkers talk so much shit about the Cowboys and say, I might need a new team. Taylor, I love you, but you ain't loyal because you're like, we might actually win with Dak out now. I just need a new team.
hey, Val,
And
these hoes
then
ain't
everybody
loyal.
else,
These hoes ain't
these
loyal.
hoes ain't loyal.
You
I
can't turn a hoe
mean,
into a housewife.
Yes, sir.
Can't turn
Guys,
listen,
so before we get going, hold on real quick. We got TBH Dallas we are on a bye week, but they are down there, guys, in Dallas, Texas. They have games at the Hangout. Let them know where that's at, all in.
Yeah, we're out in Irving, the Hangout Restaurant Bar. However, we are not having a watch party against Miami. We're going to go over to DFW Raiders for Life and support the Tim Brown Toy Drive.
All right. Val, let them know where DFW's at.
so we are at Shaker 10 in Midtown Dallas, and it is family friendly. Um, we got good drink specials going on. It's big and spacious, so come on. We have the Tim Brown toy drive, so bring a toy that's brand new, unopened. It's $20
$20, yeah.
value, $20 value, and he will give an autograph and a photo. So, and he does this every year, and it goes to the foster home here in the area. So.
All right. Maddie B, let them know where TBH Westco is at, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be at the Eagles 595 in Grand Junction, Colorado, man. Fucking, you guys are in town. Swing by, man.
Yes, sir. So, guys, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the
Raiders.
Raiders. Let's go.